He's kept it hidden for 4 years, but this week, Gary Windas's deadly secret was finally revealed after 4 years.
I know. I couldn't keep a secret for 4 years.
I couldn't keep it.
4 minutes.
Yeah, but he could.
After a dramatic week on Corrie, tonight the stage is set for an explosive showdown between Gary and Kelly. Stars Mikey and Millie tell us all about that. But first, let's take a look back at the storyline years in the making. Take a look.
Hi. Where's my dad?
The police have busted him. They placed him under investigation, so he's done a runner. You're better off without him.
There's a spare room going begging at ours if you want it.
Really?
I killed him.
Mom!
Arrested your mother on suspicion of the murder of Rick Neely.
I'm so sorry.
You're right. Laura was in Spain on that day. She didn't murder your dad. Gary did.
You murdered my dad. I'll give you 10 grand to do a job.
You want us to dig your own grave for you as well? Dig.
Can you just let him go? Yeah, I've changed my mind.
If we stop now, then what's going to stop you from shopping me in?
Where's Gary?
It's not looking good. And Coronation Street stars Mikey North plays Gary and Millie Gibson, who plays Kelly, joined us now. Good to have you with us.
Great to be here. Thanks for
My
coming.
favourite thing about watching that VT was you looking at yourself and going...
Oh, you?
My face dropped. I've got brown hair. I just look
It's
so young.
unbelievable. Millie, you was literally 14 when you started
I know.
on Coronation Street.
I know.
You're 18 now. How has that 4 years been for you?
It's just been like... I mean, it sounds so cliche to say, but it's like a family, and I see him more than my dad these days. It's just like... it's been crazy, yeah.
It's unbelievable. And what about you, Mikey? When you see what's happened, this whole storyline, are you kind of relieved that it's kind of coming to an end?
Listen, it's like you say, it's 4 years, and it's so nice to see it all back. Actually, it sort of brings it all home, and it's you know, it's come to tonight is the big sort of ending, shall we say?
So explain this to... Where are we with the storyline now? Explain this to us.
So I think on Wednesday you tried to have Gary killed. And you
As you do.
Just the norm Kelly's plan for the day.
Gary dug his own grave and escaped, and Kelly's been bundled into the back of a van. And that's how we come to...
Because the hitman's now going, hang on a minute, I can make a bit more money.
Exactly.
You know.
That's Manchester for you.
What a cliffhanger. So it's on tonight, isn't it? It's on at 8 p.m. tonight. We're on this cliffhanger, but there's been some really amazing technology from Hollywood. Is that right? That's going to be used in the episode. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, well, when we first heard about it, I didn't know what it was going to be like, but I remember the first day walking on, and it's basically this volume wall. Yeah. And I don't know how to describe it.
It's like a more advanced green screen, where you can actually see what is on the screen, as opposed to working with a green screen. So they use it in all the Marvel stuff now. It just, it saved Millie having to dangle off the side of a building for real.
But that's the thing. Whenever, like, the soaps normally do this sort of stuff, you see these pictures of poor people, like, submerged in rivers or canals, and, like so miserable. This must be so nice for you to be doing this.
Yeah, it was actually really glamorous, wasn't it? It was a lovely little week away.
We could have a bit of that here, because that poor guy's been going up and down the Thames for about 5 years.
Millie thought that was real.
I thought that was real. I came on and I went, Mikey, I thought that was a wig.
No,
you do when you first turn up.
That away to your viewers at home, that probably didn't know.
You do when you first turn up, and then you're like, I swear I've seen that bus 5 minutes.
It's always sunny in London.
Were all the other cast members really jealous that you was using that kind of technology? Because, I mean, people, they do that in Avengers, don't they? It's like the Avengers.
It is. Do you know what? This block of episodes this week has been the most enjoyable block that I've ever worked on. I think you probably agree with me.
Yeah.
It was like shooting a little separate movie of Coronation Street. The director, Dave, was incredible, and as were all the crew. It was just a fantastic set to be working on.
You've both kind of grown up on this show. What's it like when you're going through... I guess, do you still have to study while you're there, when you were doing
Well, I remember when I
GCSEs,
first started and I was doing tutoring, and I hated it.
She dropped out at 12. But yourself.
Tutoring, really?
No, so yeah, I did the tutoring, and then obviously COVID happened, so when I came back I didn't have a chaperone or anything, and Mikey didn't know what to expect. He was like, who's this, like... She's just grown up all of a sudden.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the weirdest thing is you sort of play a father figure to
Yeah.
And you look about 3 years older than her.
Yeah.
But your character, though, Gary, you're sort of like... you know, it says in my script, resident bad boy, but you're sort of the bad boy it's OK to like, I think, aren't you?
Yeah, I think when I first joined the show, he was more of sort of an out-and-out bad boy, but he's definitely softened over the years, and you know, hopefully he's become a more likeable chap to have around. And all this trouble that he gets himself into, I think he does for the right reasons to start off with. It just ends up with burying bodies.
Are you the sort of, like, actor who, when you go out and people say nasty things about your character, are you the sort of actor who, like, defends your character?
I think you have to, yeah. I mean, people are just asking when I'm leaving or when I'm going to get caught. That's what I've got to try and defend myself. But it's definitely got easy down the years. When I first started out, you know, people would try and fight me in the street. And,
are you serious?
Yeah, it was... I guess I was younger back then, but, you know, it's definitely got easier as I've got older.
So in terms of this climax, right, so, Millie, you're confirmed you're leaving the soap.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's why I brought you here today, to tell you this. So you're confirmed you're leaving. We know someone's going to get shot tonight, but we don't know who. Am I just, like joining the dots here, or are you going to do a switcheroo on us? You can't
really
say.
I've got to be so careful what we say, but someone is getting shot tonight.
Someone is getting shot.
Someone is getting shot.
There is a gun.
There's a gun. And
oh, my goodness.
Millie is leaving the
Here's
show
what I
tonight.
think's going to happen.
Go on, you tell me the story and then I'll tell you mine.
I think that one of you is going to end up shooting the hitman, or you're going to shoot the hitman, and then you're going to go, you've got to get out, and I'll cover for you, and that's how you leave.
He's got it. Dermot and Allison.
Wow.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, that's actually quite good. Shall I tell you what I think's going to happen? I reckon the hitman is going to try and shoot Gary, and then Millie still loves him and ultimately saves him, but gets in the way of the bullet. And then she dies. Oh! That's such a good ending, isn't it?
The Corrie Ryans wanted to sign us up.
This is it.
Right, we're here. Now, what's this about Canada, guys, before we let you go? Like, Corrie is huge in Canada. Is that right?
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's got a bigger audience share in Canada than it does here. So it's
Seriously?
huge. Yeah, so we're going to go over in a couple of weeks and meet some fans and tour around Canada and...
So just having a jolly.
I know, yeah.
Exactly.
Has that happened before? Did Corrie
Yeah,
Ryans
I've done it. I've done it a few times, but this is the first time that I'm going with Millie, which is a nice way to sort of...
Yeah, it's a nice
before we say
goodbye.
goodbye.
I'm really happy to
Is
do
that
it.
from expats over there, or is it just it's hit a nerve in
Yeah,
the same way Neighbours did over here? I guess.
I think it's always been popular, hasn't it?
I
as
never
far as
knew
know.
until you were like, do you want to go Canada? Yeah, go on then.
Oh, well,
And your agent went to some openings in Canada.
Great jolly, isn't it? It's going to be lovely.
I'll have a great time, guys.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Coronation Street
Congratulations.
continues tonight, 8 p.m. on ITV.
Yeah,
Thank you
good
for
luck.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much
Cheers.
for having us.